John Piazza joining me here to talk Maryland Million. John, it is your time of year, your time to shine here, Maryland Million.
I am like unironically as excited as people are on like Breeders' Cup Thursday. I mean, it's the working class folks in Maryland's day in the sun. It's all the best Maryland sired horses, Maryland trainers, Maryland jockeys, all getting their big moment, and it's always a great betting day as well, and this year is no exception.
Yeah, we got some big fields you got to kind of puzzle through here. We put up a video earlier of Gary Quill's picks for the first four main stakes of the day. The card is comprised of stakes and starter events, and you've got a late pick five ticket here. That starts in race eight, includes one of the starters, and then the last four stakes, including the classic, including the sprint. So we'll be talking about all that in a minute. John, let's dive into your first key horse here. That's going to come in race 10, the Maryland Million Ladies. And that's going to be the, I guess, hopefully correctly named All Gas, No Brakes.
From your lips to God's ears, it'll be a correctly named filly. So two likely favorites in this race. I'm both using number six Concrete Phase and number nine Mopo, but I don't think they're completely invulnerable. I mean, Concrete Phase largely unproven on grass. Mopo loves to come in second, winning not so much. So I am using them because I think they are the two best in the race. However, I am also using All Gas, No Brakes, who is more proven on grass, at least this year. She's been in improving form on the surface all year. Last time out, she came from well off the pace and has gobbled up ground between horses to win a non-winners of two claiming contest at Colonial Downs. Ran a career best Brisnet speed figure that day of 78. Daniel Centeno, who rode her to victory that day, keeps the mount for Kerry Brion, whose runners 10. They get better the more they race. As I said, she has great late speed. She's coming off a win on the surface, and especially in a sequence where I think you'll need a separator to really get paid, I think she'll be a good separator.
Yeah, she pretty much got left at the gate that last time, but then caught a break because they did go fast up front. So she was able to get a pace to run into despite getting left and went on to win pretty nicely. So good looking score there for All Gas, No Brakes. Probably be a bit of a price here, leaving the claiming ranks to move up here. Your other key horse is going to come in race 12, and that's going to be a single in the Maryland Million Sprint. That is going to be the five horse Slam Notion for Robbie Bales.
This is a horse I've had my eye on all year as a possible Maryland Million Sprint contender, and he's really coming to his own as his 3-year-old season moves on. Really, his only bad races this year came in the Chick Lang Stakes, where he broke badly and was probably outclassed in the first place. And then when he tried grass two starts back, and that just didn't work out. He came back to the main track last time out, trying older horses for the first time at Colonial back on September 10th, sat just off the pace, made a very professional move, kicked on, and won by 2 1/4 lengths to run in the 90s on the Brisnet scale for the third time in his last four starts. That was on a sealed track, a chance of some moisture in the track on Saturday as well. There's a lot of speed in here. He has the option to sit just off the pace. I think he gets his trip, kicks on, and caps what could be a big day for the Risers and Robbie Bales.
Yeah, they've got Superstitious as well, who's going to be very alive in one of those 2-year-old races. Now, that race, the Slam Notion race, head of the lane, it looked like it was going to be a whole bunch of horses on the wire, and he just pulled away from them kind of in mid-stretch. It was a pretty nice finish there. Are you concerned here, though? I would imagine Haley's First Notion also going to take plenty of money in this spot.
He's very live as well. I picked him second, but I do think he's a little more of a pure front runner than Slam Notion is. He does his best running when he's on or near the pace. The last three times he hadn't come from off the pace, he didn't win. So I think Michael Sanchez is not going to have much of a choice but to send him to the front. There is a lot of speed to his inside, so I'm hoping the pace is fast and Slam Notion sits just off of it.
All right, those are your two key horses. Let's put up your ticket now, John, and I think it's going to be a $48 play. And you are not hitting the all button in the first leg, which is race A to starter handicap, but you're coming about as close as you can without hitting the all button. You got a bunch of these.
Going 8 deep out of 13 in here. I have two singles on the end. As such, I have a little room to spread, and I'm taking advantage. I mean, as starter handicap races on the grass I want to be, this race is very chaotic. I'm just spreading. I figure whoever's the favorite in here is still going to be a good price, so I'm hoping some longer price comes in and spices up the sequence.
It's a big field, and those races often do produce boxcar payouts. Maryland Million Nursery is race 9. You're going to go 4 deep there with Len Ashby, Tim Keefe, Gary Cap, Jerry Robb, bunch of different choices there.
So three of my picks are going to come. I figure from just off the pace. That's the one Lundy Loot, three Code of Silence, and four Big Cuddle. The five Jessica's Eyes set very fast fractions on grass to break his maiden at Colonial Downs going away last time out. Of the speed horses, he's drawn closest to the inside, and he has the best early pace figures. So if anyone is going to wire the field and possibly move Jerry Robb further up the all-time Maryland Million training leaderboard, I think it'll be him.
Yeah, Jerry is 3 races, right? 3 wins behind Dale
Yeah.
Capilano, the all-time leader. Are you concerned about the this horse having started on turf and not having a dirt start?
Not particularly. I mean, it's a field of very lightly raised horses where horses can move forward very quickly. And the fact that he showed as much promise as he did on grass, I'm not too discouraged about him never having been on dirt before. As long as his form translates over at all, he'll have a shot.
All right, the 10th is the ladies. We talked about it. All gas, no brakes is your kind of separator there. You're using two others. The 11th is the Maryland Million Classic, and I'm happy to see you are playing this in one of the two correct ways to play this race. I think you
Hmm.
either eat the chalk with post time or you toss post time altogether and spread out.
I agree. And while I don't think post time is as good as he once was, he doesn't have to be to win this race. I try to beat him before, and I keep getting burned. So, I mean, honestly, he won the Polynesian in very easy fashion the last time he was on this track. So I'll just single him and hope that he doesn't let me down.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you really think he's not going to fire, then you just have to cut him off your ticket.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you
Absolutely.
single him because he's 3 to 5 on the morning line, and I don't think you're getting 3 to 5. I think two is probably the max, and it might be one.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree with that.
all right, and we talked about the Maryland Million Sprint. You're going to single Slam Notion, so you're going to finish up with
Mhm.
two singles, Post Time and Slam Notion. You're going to be a pretty happy guy if you get both of those home and get some prices in the earlier legs. John, final thoughts here on Maryland Million, the 40th Maryland Million.
But psychologically, it's going to be a tough sequence as my spread horses are at the start and my singles are at the end. Usually, you want to get your singles out of the way, but it is a great sequence. I think it features enough singles and enough separated horses to make it a great bet. It's going to be big pools all day, big fields. No better day to play.
No, no, it's a great day to play. Everybody ought to get those tickets in, and hopefully John can point you to some winners here. John, good luck.
Thank you, Frank.